Now, I'm sure that we've all had a time when you're playing ranked on a game with your friend, and then you guys are doing really well, getting to the top of the scoreboard and everything. But then one of you goes, you're trying to 1v1, and you're not trying to seem like a bitch, so you accept. You guys choose your teams, and you both sweat your asses off trying to win, but you end up coming out on top, and you're feeling good. But your friend is annoyed and making up a bunch of excuses refusing to let you have this win. And he also asks you for a rematch. You humbly accept just because you don't want your friend to think it was like a fluke or something. You then go on to win the next 3 rematches, and for some reason your friend develops schizophrenia and starts talking to himself. And he also starts crashing out, making more excuses than China has people. Because you want to have some fun with this, you sprinkle in a bit of rage bait to see what will happen. And it just ends up with him being in denial and saying he's still better even though you won the last 4 times in a row. But because you can't be asked to argue anymore, you ignore him and ask him to go back to playing normally. But he says no and either asks for another match or just leaves and sulks. That description perfectly matches one of my friends who will not be named because I know if I name drop him he'll think the CIA is tracking his location. And I really do hate this quality of him because when I'm just trying to chill and rank up in my games, he refuses to play unless I 1v1 him in a certain game. Don't worry, it's not every game. If it was, I don't think I'd play games with him anymore. And the game is Rocket League, a game he has way more hours than me on, but that's kind of where his saltiness stems from. Which I can understand because I have like a lot of hours on a lot of games, and if I lost a 1v1 against a friend who barely plays, I'd be pissed off as well. But I wouldn't be to the point of leaving the party and crying about it. Like, I really just don't understand the concept of losing a game and leaving because you got destroyed by a mutual, not a random. Like, come on, just get over it. It's gone to the point where the other friends in my group are talking about how much of a knob he is on the game. Not like he's a bad person, he just isn't very fun to play with when he's losing. But other than that, he's a great guy, trust me. Actually, I think the reason he has such a temper is because he's 5 foot. That could be a reason, because I guess you could say he has a short temper. You know, I remember a time when we were playing and he was like 6-0 up. I think I started slowly making the comeback, and when I did, it went to overtime. He was stressing, I could hear it in his breathing as well. And once I scored that last minute winner, this guy started shouting at his dog and blaming him for losing. It was extremely funny, I can't lie, because what did the dog do, bro? And another thing, I kind of want your guys' opinion on this in the comments. Does it affect your gameplay if your friend talks while playing? Because every time we play, one of the many excuses you use is because you talk while we play. And I might not notice, but as far as I'm concerned, I say like a few words a game. Like, I really think I don't do too much when we play. But he seems to think I'm like extremely toxic when we play. So to test it, we did a match where I went on mute and didn't speak the whole time. And I will admit, he was doing well most of the game, but of course I beat him. I ain't gonna let that become his number 1 excuse, am I? Of course, he found a way to say I didn't deserve it if it meant him saying I bumped him, demoed him, his brother distracted him. I just can't win. So the next day he invited me again and asked for a rematch, but I had to be silent again. And of course I accepted because I don't know why, I just don't say no, I guess. Because I just secretly love humbling this guy. Anyways, we playing him on mute because he asked me to. And to be fair to him, I actually got destroyed 6-0. I was a little bit annoyed, but I got over it. The thing that really set me off was the fact he was saying he was the better player because he allegedly proved his point against me. Even though literally yesterday I played him on mute and I still beat him. And of course he kept going on with this egotistical trash talk, and I was planning on hopping on another game with my other friend in the party. But of course I didn't want this guy to think he's better than me, because from the fact I was literally 6-0 up on wins against this guy before he beat me. So I loaded into the game on mute, locked in. I keep on scoring, and this guy was saying the most bullshit things, like bumper or he keeps demoing me. And I wanted to defend myself, but if I did, he would say I came off mute. So I stayed silent and beat this guy 6-0. And at the end of it, with all this build-up, I just started ripping into him. And this is the first time this has happened in a while. While I was trash talking him, he kept saying GG in fair play. And I was probably going to feel bad until he started talking about bumper again. Like, geez, this guy couldn't accept a loss if his life depended on it. Like, he really baited me there. And you know what, while I'm at it, it's not just Rocket League, it's also Fortnite as well. I'll admit, even though I'm better than him at Rocket League by a mile, even if he refuses to admit it, I will say that he's better than me at Fortnite. Like, I'm not going to debate it, it's true. But anyways, when we play Fortnite, we sometimes hop on OG because it's the only good mode out right now, but we mostly hop onto 1v1 because Fortnite ain't been that fun recently. The mode we 1v1 on is usually tilted zone wars because we got sick of box fights. And when we do 1v1, we agree no OP weapons like the stink rifle, the minigun with the multiple barrels, which is fair enough in my opinion. But anyways, when we play and it's one of those times where I actually beat him, he'll still blame it on the weapons, like the ones we didn't ban, which is hypocritical because he literally uses the same guns I use. I'm not trying to be that guy, but 90% of his wins come from just building up to height and camping. Or when he finally does push, I'll get a good shot on him and he'll just like run up to clock tower and start building up there, and it's almost impossible to get him down without using like 10 mags. All I'm saying is that when he plays Fortnite, he's a little bit of a pussy. Alright, but all jokes aside, he is a calm guy, like he's one of my day ones. But I'm probably going to stop saying yes when he asks me for a 1v1 because it's really just not worth the arguments and the fallouts. And if you are watching this, the friend who shall not be named, I'm not going to lie, I still own you at Rocket League. Alright, now I'm finally going to end the video here. Let me know in the comments if you had a similar experience with one of your friends like this, and also leave a like and subscribe because I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.